Hey guys, it's Rebecca. I'm excited to get to be teaching part of MedSurg 3 this coming spring. I want to share my screen and kind of show you guys a little bit through the class, give you a little guided tour. Oh, I don't want that screen on. Okay, so this is PNUR 164, and you guys are the 663 group. So you guys are familiar with the Canvas layouts and how MedSurg 2 was kind of laid out. Let me go over and let's look at the syllabus first. I think that's always kind of a useful place to look. So with the syllabus, you can download the link here if you want to have it. They I doubt you'll want to print it out because who wants to print their syllabus, but you could if you wanted to. Time and place. It's going to be every Tuesday from 8 to noon. I know it feels like so long, but kind of like with MedSurg too, we make it I don't want to say entertaining, but we learn a lot. It's engaging. We're going to have a good time. So both Kathy and I are listed on here, and we don't have our office hours specifically appointed yet. We're kind of still working on that. We'll both be on campus for sure Mondays or Tuesdays. So if you need us, please reach out. Speaking of reaching out, I am going to ask you guys if you need something, when you message us, please message both of us together because it's going to help you, meaning that whichever instructor is available first is going to get back to you right away. And then you're also going to have us all be on the same page because maybe if I started helping you with something, but then Kathy needs to follow up because of whatever, we're all going to we're going to know what everybody knows. So please, I know it's an extra step, but just include both of us on your messaging so that we're both just in the loop to know what's going on. Amanda's also part of the class too, as always, and she is doing a lot of dosage with this class as well. So let's go down and look at course learning outcomes. There's only 4 of them this time. We're going to use critical thinking and clinical judgment to apply the understanding of pathophysiology and physiology to the care of clients with a variety of medical and surgical conditions. We're going to use the understanding of the PN scope of practice and current healthcare trends to create a healing environment for patients receiving care in a variety of care settings. Utilizing the principles of safety, patient-centered care, and disease prevention, we're going to develop some health promotion plans for patients with medical surgical disorders in a variety of clinical settings. And we're also going to correlate the effects of culture, socioeconomics, race, and religion on healthcare and disease prevention across the lifespan. Your textbooks, F.A. Davis is still going to be your go-to for this class, and you've already purchased your full package, so you're not going to have to purchase anything else. We might pull in some things from ATI. I don't think there will be much from there. And then just like before in MedSurg, the concept mapping book is an optional resource. If you ever want to look at that, most of the instructors have copies. You can borrow it if you just want to see it. Okay, I'm going to move down week by week. So week 1 and 2 are going to be your nervous system. We're starting out strong there. Week 1 is going to be central nervous system. Week 2, CVA or cerebral vascular accidents and peripheral nervous system. Then we're going to move into cancer, HIV, and AIDS, and then the immune system disorders. Also, test number 1 is on week 4. So mark your calendar. All of these are going to show up in your Canvas calendar as well, but just so you guys know. Then we're going to move to hematologic and lymphatic disorders. Week 6 is upper and lower GI disorders. Week 7 is disorders of the liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. That's also going to be test number 2. Week 8 is sensory disorders, eyes, ears, mouth, nose. Yeah, I think so. Uh, I'll make sure to get it figured out before I teach it. And then week 9 is going to be emergent conditions and bioterrorism. Put a pin in that because I've got something more to say about that once we move out to the modules. Week 10 is shock and sepsis. And then week 11 is going to be your final exam. Now, when you look at your weekly grade breakdown, like what is everything worth, just like in MedSurg, your other MedSurg classes, your tests are going to be worth 30% of your grade. Your final is worth 20. Your assignments, like your weekly assignments, all the homework, most of the homework is worth 20%, but we've added these weekly discussion boards and they're worth a pretty big percentage of your grade at 15%. Seems like a lot, but a big reason for that is because we wanted to take away the individual and group projects. You guys this is a heavy class, and then you have a lot of sim going on. So we wanted to try to kind of standardize and structure what you have going on. Your support grade is still going to be worth 5%, just like usual. Weekly quizzes are going to be 5% as well. And just like before, you are going to have those done before lecture, but you're going to have another chance to resubmit it, like retake the quiz and resubmit after the lecture to get a higher point. And then attendance is still going to be 5%, and those are going to be your KWLs, just like last time, or last MedSurg class, excuse me. Okay, everything else on here is the same that you've seen in your other dozens of syllabi, so I'm not going to go over everything. I am going to go back though. Um, on the home page is where you'll land on when you open the class. It does have, I need to update this because I will put the link to my Zoom room in case when I'm instructing, I'll be recording, so you'll be able to access it there. Or if you want to meet me on there, you can go on your weeks to week page here. But I'm going to go back to modules because I think that's a little bit easier for navigation. All right, so week 1, neuro, I want to show you a couple things. Some of you guys already did your Join Our F.A. Davis class. I want to apologize because that was actually copied from an old assignment that wasn't for this class. So some of you actually registered for a class you're not supposed to be in F.A. Davis. It's not that big of a deal. I unenrolled you and I need you to just enroll in F.A. Davis in the class using this code. So my apologies. There was just a handful of you that already enrolled before I caught that. So you have to do it again. Terribly sorry. Um, bum, bum, bum. Going back, there's a couple things I want you to see. We have added these weekly discussion boards. I'm not going to go over them in detail because you can see there's this how to do the weekly discussion board video. Kathy has recorded a lovely video that goes in depth of showing you how to be successful and how to complete these weekly discussion boards. Also talks about why we have you do them. It's a good listen or read or watch. I'm not sure how to say that, but please watch it. The assignments itself has very detailed instructions with a detailed rubric. So you should be able to be successful with these. And I really think they're going to help you with your critical thinking and just overall getting your nursing brain working. Moving down, you'll see that we have everything due April 3rd. The very first class is April 1st. So there's not a big turnaround time to finish those. This class is going to be just like most of your other classes where you need to have the homework done by class time that morning. Now, because we're kind of starting in and you have another class next week, we're giving you a little bit of leeway right now of like you have till the 3rd to get it done. But I suggest you start doing these assignments now just to get ahead because there's fewer assignments this week. But if you go to week 2, you're going to see there's a lot of assignments here. And I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I just want you to be prepared. Now, let's look at some of these assignments. You guys know the KWLs. That's your attendance. You're going to do it in class. You know how to do the reviews. We did those in MedSurg too. There's going to be some things like compare and contrast and some case studies that are not difficult to do. It just gets you a little bit more involved in the material. You know how to do the F.A. Davis personalized learning assignments as well as the quizzing assignments. The system disorders and discussion boards, that's what Kathy explained. And then you also have your dosage embedded in this course too. Those dates are a little bit different than the rest of the weekly assignments. So just follow dosage, follow those dates. They're not going to be the same as the MedSurg content, if that makes sense. Now, as far as the amount of homework that you have, I just want to explain a little bit. This is a 6 credit hour class. It's a big class. We meet for 4 hours, which is a long time, but like I said, we're going to keep it interesting. We're going to learn a lot. So 4 hours are in person, 2 hours are online. A lot of that is your weekly discussion and kind of some of these other assignments. That's your 2 hours of at-home instruction, essentially. And remember, for every credit hour, we expect 1 to 2 hours each week of homework and reading and understanding the material. So this is very appropriate for a 6-hour class. So please, if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a minute, take a deep breath. It is a lot. It is. But it's just this, and I believe sim. So we're gonna get through it. It will be easier, I think. I think it'll be easier than you think. A couple things I want to just remind you. Week 4 is test number 1. Week 7 test number 2. And then week 9, this is it's instead of our traditional class, we're going to have a disaster drill. We are going to collaborate with the fire and EMT programs, possibly another program or two. And it's going to be an all-day event. It's going to be an 8-hour day. So please mark your calendars, plan for being here till 3 o'clock on that day. You guys get to practice fire skills. Last year, they had nursing students on the fire hoses and breaking walls and climbing ladders, and it was kind of wild. And then we all get together to do a disaster drill. So it's really fun. It's great experiential learning, but please mark your calendars now that we do expect you to be there all day. On week 10, you're going to have your ATI mastery test, and then week 11 is going to be your final. That should be it. I think I've covered everything. I'm really excited to see all you guys. Looking forward to just getting to have you guys face to face again. So anyway, looking forward to seeing you. Bye.